early exit. But in the month of April, George, he's averaged over 27 points a game and might be heating up in time for the playoffs. The Clippers and Lakers face off tonight, but are also teetering on the edge of facing each other in the first round. When asked about the potential playoff matchup, George said, quote, "We are still trying to move up. Regardless of what the Lakers are doing, we are worried about us." So, Shannon, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you trust Paul George in this year's playoffs?
Yeah, Shannon.
My college jersey number, 2.
2?
2?
Really?
2. Skip,
Why were you 2?
Yeah, you know, my brother was 2, so, you know.
He was 2 where?
In South Carolina.
He was?
Yeah.
Why was he 2?
I don't know why he just chose that number. He was 3. Well, he was 3 in high school. I was 3 in high school. He was 2 in college. I was 2. 84, 84. It was just,
Why do you want to be number 1?
No,
Okay.
Not good luck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2. So
Number 2.
You're giving Paul George a 2 possibility.
Because guess what, Skip? We've seen this. People make it seem like we have not seen Paul George play exemplary in the regular season, only to follow that up with some bull jive come postseason. Skip, you do remember he was third in the MVP in 2019, averaged 28, 8, and 5. And what did he do against Portland? Gone. Got mad at Dame Lillard because Dame Lillard dropped a 38-foot on him and told me that was a bad shot.
Yep.
Skip, people don't realize, do they realize that Paul George shot 41% from the 3 last year? He's shooting 42 this year.
It's pretty good.
So it's not like all of a sudden he went from 32 to 42. He went from 41 to 42.
Okay.
How about this here? This is what Paul George has done. In Game 7 against the Nuggets last year, he had 10 points. He was 4 of 16, 0 for 6 in the fourth quarter. In the elimination game, Game 6 against Utah in 2018, he had 5 points, a very nice spade hand, 5,
And
2
by
of
the way,
16.
Russ was out of his mind.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell, they just went back and forth. Remember that?
Game 4 in Cleveland, they got swept by LeBron last year there. 5 of 21. Now, Paul George hadn't won a playoff series, and only one in the last 6 years. They beat Dallas without Porzingis. So, Skip, I've seen this movie the last 6 years. I've seen 1, 2, 3. It's like a Fast and Furious. They up to 9 now. I already know how it's going to end. This PG13 fix. I already know how it's going to end, and so do you. You hoping if you got to change it, they got a new director. See, in other words, they had Doc Rivers, they had Scotty Brooks. So now they got T. Lue directing this thing. And you're hoping for a different, but the actors are still the same.
No,
the theme
they're
is still
not.
the same. The theme, the movie.
No. We got a whole bunch of new co-stars. In fact, I think Paul's now one of the B-list stars on this team.
That's not what he's thinking. That's not what he's thinking.
Well, there's this guy named Rondo who won you a championship last year and is about to win the Clippers a championship this year.
Man,
He's an A-list.
You better stop.
And we got Nicholas Batum. We got Serge Ibaka, who's about to be back from his back injury.
But I will tell you this. Marcus Morris is playing his tail off.
He is. He was obviously there last year, but they've added Luke Kennard and DeMarcus Cousins. He's 16 and 11 the last couple times out. Hey, no Montrez anymore. That's addition by subtraction.
Don't try to do that.
Sweet Lou, lemon pepper Lou, addition by subtraction.
Did you see what they did last night to the Suns?
Yep.
Did you see?
Yep. Because they finally taught little Maestre that you have to just be the point guard. You can't shoot threes anymore, and he's not shooting threes. He doesn't jack them up anymore. So that's what's happening.
Gonna get right against the Knicks. That's what I'm.
Well, he's right. He's doing what's right. He's 12 assists last night. That's what's right.
Yeah.
You are sleeping on these Clippers. You're sleeping on this man, Paul George.
No, I ain't sleeping on the Clippers. I'm sleeping on him.
Okay, so you are predicting he will return to pandemic P in the postseason.
That's what I'm saying, Skip. He got to show me otherwise.
Okay, so he was the target of everybody's internet wrath last year in the bubble when he admitted that he crumbled psychologically and he needed counseling in the bubble.
Right.
And everybody laughed and scoffed and ridiculed.
Right, yes.
And this year, he has been the target in the NBA for all kinds of trash talk because he has shown weakness, quote-unquote weakness and vulnerability, and they're letting him know about it in one ear and the other ear, right and left, right? Everybody's letting him know, and he has responded with a career-high 42% from 3 and a career-high 47% from the field and 87% from the free throw line. He looks like he's grown up before my eyes. He looks like this has forged him into becoming a man. And whatever manhood is in there, it's out right now. And I loved what he said yesterday. that he didn't want to talk about the Lakers. He said, this year is just about us. That's maturity. That's a new guy. I do trust him. I'm an 8 on a scale of...
Why not a 10? Like you tell me, why not a 10? Curve your conviction.
Okay.
10. Say it.
I told you he's a complimentary star. He's not the leader. He's not the alpha. But I trust him because he showed you right off the bat. Remember that first game back? I know it seems like 3 years ago, but it was December 22nd. He scored 33 on opening night against your Lakers, and he lit you up. He
took over the second half.
Hey, in the third quarter, he went crazy. He made 6 threes in the. I'm sorry, 2 threes in the third quarter, and then 2 more in the fourth. He scored 15 and then 11, so he had 26 in the second half.
Yeah.
He was the reason they won the game. Right. That night, he was the alpha and the omega.
Nobody has ever questioned Paul George's ability because he can do it on both ends. We question when he can do it. Because in order for you to, if you want to have a legacy, all the greats at some point in time had to do it in the playoffs. Magic, Bird, Isaiah, Jordan, Kobe, Shaq, LeBron, KD. We can go on and on. Okay.
But do you put Paul George in that pantheon? I don't.
We talking about him. You talk about him like he that dude. He talk about himself like he that dude.
Playoff P.
No. Okay. He gave himself that name.
Okay, but it came out. Didn't somebody say it? Didn't Carmelo say it?
No. Melo, yeah, you know, they got playoff P up here. And Melo say, well, I ain't know that what they call you.
Yeah. He scoffed at it.
Yeah, Skip.
As his teammate.
Here's the thing. Larry Bird didn't give himself the name Larry Legend. Magic didn't give himself the name Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't give yourself a name. It did when people light you up for it, like, man, they talking to me foul. You know, I'm gonna be on the neck. Bruh, you can't do what you did. Give yourself, say, playoff. Skip it. Big Game James Worthy got the name Big Game because in the playoffs, he would always come up big. His playoff scoring average is higher than his regular season. So he got the name Big Game. You can't call yourself playoff. So that means in the playoff, Paul George gonna be balling. You hit the side of the backboard. You turned the ball over. You shot an air ball. Skip, we saw this. And you remember what happened to Indy? Man, CJ got to give me that ball back. You passed it to CJ twice. And then he got to give you the ball back. Take it.
They have a new maestro. They have a man who will put them all in the correct positions to make the shot at the moment. And his name is Rondo.
It's not about being a shot.
Playoff Rondo.
Can he make it?
Did Playoff Rondo call himself Playoff Rondo? No, he earned the nickname, right?
Yes.
And he earned it again last year for your Lakers. He will earn it again this year for the Clippers.
Skip, I can put you in the right spot. Skip, I can call the perfect play. Get you wide open. Are you going to catch the ball? Because at the end of that's what you got to complete this thing. So he can be in the right, Rondo can hit him right there in his pocket. Is he going to make it? Is he going to make it if they down by 1, they down by 2, or the ball game?
Made a lot of big clutch shots. He even made one the other night against Toronto. Did you remember this shot? Did you see this shot? This is a game winner. This is for the game. Okay, there it is, right in the shooting pocket. You got this, and he got that.
Hold on, time out. Are we talking about a May? You just told me a game on a Monday night. Really, Skip Bayless?
He is rebuilding his psyche right before your very eyes.
I just saw like for 4-5 games, I saw him revert back. You saw that too. You saw that also.
All I know is the Clippers by far are leading the league in three-point shooting at 42% as a team. He's 42, but they're as a team 42%. LeBron's at 37%. Free throw shooting, the Clippers as a team are shooting 84%. 84? LeBron's 70% by himself.
Let me ask you a question. So they should be number 1 in the West.
Well, they're not. They're vying with the Nets right now for the all-time lead in offensive efficiency. They could set the record. One of the two is going to set the record.
I want to show you a play by the guy that they call Playoff P. I don't know if our viewers, do y'all remember this? This Playoff P. That Playoff P. That's the guy Playoff P. You want to see it again?
Yep. Do we have to?
He did it again.
Yep.
Damn. That's Playoff P. Well, that's the guy you got 8 in the playoffs.
I could get 10 of those for Kawhi. I could show you 10 of those kind of shots from Kawhi Leonard in games 5, 6, and 7 against the Denver Nuggets.
Kawhi said, look at these rings, though. I got rings and things.
They did not have a quarterback. They did not have a coach on the floor. They needed somebody to settle them down so that they didn't have to dribble into three-point shots and say, is it your turn or my turn? Rondo will say, it's your turn, and here they will go. They are loaded with talent. They're the deepest team in the league.
Well, Skip, I'm not arguing about the talent is there. The question is not about their talent, not about all the other Kawhi and Rondo and Marcus Morris and Zubas and Reggie Jackson. It's not about them. The question was about Paul George.